Welcome to Only Toyota channel. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. 2018 Toyota Mirai, completely devoid of any automotive commonness. Toyota was the main guild who brought as common the notion of electricity use in cars' propulsion to our minds. It seems that Prius invented a hybrid word, but it didn't, which led to it becoming unarguably a legend, while whole brand's lineup is currently full of hybrid powertrains. But interestingly, this Japanese innovator stopped there. There is only one plug-in hybrid, Prius Prime, while Lexus has one less than that, and there is absolutely no EVs currently. Take BMW for example, which was very late to the game of electricity compared to Toyota, and yet, it currently has 6 plug-in models and 1 pure EV. Still, Japanese may have halted electricity progress in that direction, but they turned to wilder and less exploited area of hydrogen. 2018 Toyota Mirai is a part of the very small company of 3 as they all try to convince us that this world hides more alternatives for moving your vehicle. Toyota Mirai 2018 styling, or whatever that island. How would you describe visual appearance of Toyota Mirai 2018? What could words explain that styling frenzy? Awkward Prius appear as playing golf standing next to it, but we could distinguish a pattern here. Prius has to be odd to generate attention, and it did, and plenty of it, while the same recipe was evidently evolved to perfection with Mirai. Don't be confused, used word perfection is not applicable to its design, rather to the ability to fix your gaze while you are trying to distinguish what the hell happened there. Okay, let's begin. Those gaping intakes on front bumper appear as the mouth of a large white shark preparing to devour innocent, and cute, seal, and those would seem overproportioned even on multiple times larger Bentayga. Daytime lights are almost sized as headlights, which are hardly noticeable among all that visual commotion, and they appear as squinting with vicious intentions. Fenders are so swollen that they appeared robbed from a sports car, while rear seems intentionally messed up with tail lights separated from stretching horizontal light bar, which causes some unpleasant stomach's feelings when looked upon. Overall, everything is evidently deliberately disproportionate, and the result is strange, read ugly or very ugly. Spaceship's command deck. The cabin is nothing less controversial, and we have to resort again to Prius comparison. Hybrid sibling once again appears as well-behaved child with a slightly unusual haircut, while this hydrogen-propelled beast seems as teenager questioning the purpose of life existence. The whole area seems constructed with a bunch of different layers stacked upon each other in a random manner, and everything feels sharp and pointy and capable of hurting you. When we pass over staggering visual impressions, we will find a rather unsatisfying approach to interior management. Materials are cheap and badly joined, available space is on the small side, especially at the rear where you can only sit 2. As an alternative for those already owning it, you can use that digitalized center console as boosting right, since that is obviously becoming increasingly trendy approach. Take latest Panamera or Audi A8 for example. 2018 Toyota Mirai specs. Mirai carries a Prius in itself, but it adds a couple of new bits on the top. It features what every hybrid does, which would be an AC motor and battery pack, here nickel metal one, but instead of internal combustion engine it carries fuel cell stack for electricity production, and 2 hydrogen tanks in charge of feeding mentioned stack. The electric motor generates 151 HP and 247 lb-ft of torque, which is enough for sprint to 60 miles per hour in 9 seconds and a top speed of 110 miles per hour, but that is of the least importance here. All this propulsion ordeal creates nothing but water as an end product, meaning that Mirai has zero effect on the nature pollution, but that is only if we turn a blind eye on the hydrogen production process. Anyway, nothing is perfect, and this is closer to perfection compared to gas guzzlers. With tanks full of hydrogen 312 miles is available, while fuel efficiency is at 66 mpge combined. Driving impressions, for those who care. Nobody expects special driving pleasure with this type of vehicles. That are here to experiment, break boundaries, so they leave little or no time dedicated to usual stuff that you look for in regular transportation, As much as exterior and interior fall short of appealing, so do the driving joy. But first, you will appreciate the lack of engine noise and extremely pillowy ride, until you meet a corner. There is no body roll, but also there is no any connection with the world outside. Driving appears as computer simulation, keeping you completely devoid of any sensations, mostly due to ultimately numb chassis and steering wheel. Plus, if hybrids tend to be hefty, hydrogen-propelled vehicles are obese, in this case with over 4,000 pounds. 2018 Toyota Mirai price. Mirai is with us from 2015, but it is not like you can just walk into any Toyota dealership and get one. You have to live in California, and not just anywhere there, but close to filling stations, which are not such a common occurrence as you might experience. Plus, being part of extremely small niche is expensive, precisely $58,000 or monthly lease payment of $499, with $3,649 down payment, in the case of 2018 Toyota Mirai. Furthermore, running on hydrogen proves more expensive than on a blend of gas and electricity, but Japanese managed to alleviate that with 3 years or 36,000 miles of free juice. After meeting all conditions, if you are still into this type of the game, do know that a limited number of rivals do exist. There is a Hyundai Tucson FCEV, which looks and feels like, well, previous generation Tucson, and which lags behind in range and efficiency, but excels in normality. There is also Honda's Clarity, as another one opting for visually excessive approach, but in its case domesticated, while boosting comfortable and plush cabin, bigger driving range and acceptable road manners. Toyota is expected to release the new generation of the Mirai by the end of the year, while the production version of the car will be out in 2018.